Joint Director, Information Department, Jammu and Kashmir. Shri Afaq, Gadda, Nodal Officer, Jammu and Kashmir Film Policy. And our moderator, Mr. Sanjay Suri.
Good afternoon. Thank you. Sorry we're running late. We've been given 30 minutes late, but the previous session was interesting. I'm Sanjay Suri. It's a privilege to moderate this panel because I was born and brought up in Kashmir, so there's a personal interest. Welcome the distinguished guests. Welcome, sir. Welcome all the way from Jammu and Kashmir. I think they'd like to showcase an AV before we start our discussion. So could we have the AV, please? Yeah. We can come this Those are stunning locations and of course a lot of information, which is difficult to process sometimes. So let's start and dive deep into the conversation immediately. Mr. Singh, there's a lot of information over there. Why don't you start with what's been happening in J&K with regards to tourism, film tourism, because both are linked. One leads to the other. Yeah.
Thank you, friends. Thank you for being here, and thank you, Film Bazaar, for this opportunity. Before I directly go to the film policy and what we are offering you here, I would just to build the context, I would take this opportunity to apprise you that in the recent years, Jammu and Kashmir has been really doing well in the tourism sector. And a few last couple of years have been exceptionally good, particularly after the hosting of G20 meeting at Srinagar. A new dimension has been given to the tourism sector. And we in Jammu and Kashmir, we strongly believe that there cannot be an effective medium for destination promotion than the cinema itself. In fact, it is the power of the Bollywood that made Srinagar, Gulmarg, and other places famous worldwide overnight with the films like Jangli and Kashmir Ki Kali. So the tourism department and the government of Jammu and Kashmir is making all efforts to promote all kind of its tourism products, and film tourism is one of our main focus area. So having said that, the government came up with a policy that is Film Policy 2021. My colleagues here will deal in depth about the policy and the kind of incentives it provides. I'll just mention a few quick points. The most important thing that this policy provides is the ease of filming. We have a single window clearance system, and it's a comprehensive permission. You don't have to run from one office to another. Because I once heard Yash Chopra Saab, and he was in an interview, he said that, I don't remember the name of the place, he said he went to a country for shooting one song there. And he ended up shooting almost 80% of the film there just because of the environment, the ease of filming that provided. So we are committed to provide you that ease of filming besides the fiscal incentives which are there in the policy.
Thank you, sir. How many of you are filmmakers here? I mean, everyone's probably a filmmaker, but producers, line producers, directors, yeah? Okay, quite a few. So Roja was a film that really showed a lot. So this platform is not only Bollywood, it's Indian cinema. Mr. Puri, what we know there's a film policy. We know more than 300 films have sought permission and things like that. But there is, when you think of Jammu and Kashmir, if you've been there once, you get sensitized. But initially, for people who've not been, the first question is, law and order, security. And then these policies are available in other states also. But why should I come to Kashmir, where maybe, you know, I might get stuck, or maybe the policy, whether it's functional or not functional. How are you going to attract, how are you going to compete with other states also? Besides the locations, I know there's nothing that compares to Jammu and Kashmir. How easy have you made this, or less complicated?
Thank you, sir, for asking a simple question for us. As you all know that post 2019, that is abrogation of Article 370, much headway has been made in Jammu and Kashmir in promotion of tourism. And film tourism also part of the tourism sector. The question of the security of the tourists coming to J&K, not a single case of violence or security threat has been met out to any of the tourists visiting Jammu and Kashmir. Talking about the film policy 2021, the film policy 2021 has been a part of promoting film tourism in Jammu and Kashmir. It has its various components just to make film shooting in Jammu and Kashmir much easier for the producers and film fraternity. Talk of the policy, first of all, we have Film Development Council, headed by the administrative secretary level, senior most administrative secretary, who shall frame rules relating to that policy. Next level is of film division that will take care of the subsidy components uh, being enshrined in the Film Policy 2021. This division is headed by Director Information and assisted by other sister departments. We have single window clearance system in Film Policy 2021. That too is headed by the Director Information and assisted by the officers within the directorates itself. The main function of single window cell is to scrutinize the applications uh, for filming in J&K and then propose the same for assistance under subsidy. Talking about the subsidy component, we have different categories of subsidies. Like if a film producer comes to Jammu and Kashmir for the first time, a subsidy of 1 crore, as was depicted in AV also, 1 crore for the first time or 25% of the cost of production, whichever is less, is proposed to be given to the team. And the condition is that 50% shooting has to be done in Jammu and Kashmir. Likewise, the other components of subsidy, second time filming, third time filming in Jammu and Kashmir, there are enhancement of subsidy. Above all, there is a subsidy component of 5 crores, much more than any other state offers. And that too, if we promote Jammu and Kashmir as a brand, and the theme is based upon Jammu and Kashmir itself, that subsidy shall be given to those producers. In addition to that, if we shoot film documentaries on OTT mode, web series, there are different subsidy components attracted in that policy also. And if local artists are given preference, then additional subsidy component is to be there. Likewise, one question is oftenly asked that accommodation related issues. So I must say that all the JKTDC owned assets, if they are used by the film crew during their shooting, 50% subsidy on accommodation shall be provided to the team. Likewise, other facilities are also there. Like in single window system, there is hassle-free processing of their forms, application forms. And if you seek permission for locational shooting, that permission is also being facilitated by the single window cell. We have administrative level officer assisting the team. We have security officer assisting the team. That means to say that there is no security type issues that the filmmaker apprehenses while he applies for film shooting in Jammu and Kashmir. That's some basic points related to JK Film Policy 2021, sir.
Thank you, sir. Afaq sir, now you're the nodal officer. Now to simplify the policy and the film permission for a producer who's never shot in Kashmir. Now he applies. Now it comes to the office. Now from there, as producers, our worry is I have to run from one district to another, one thana to another, and from one DC office to another. Single window system everyone has. Now what are the liaison officers? Ground reality, can you reflect a bit on that and something more to add to the previous question?
Hello everybody. As my superior officers have already put the perspective of film policy before you, and as Sanjay sir, as Suri sir has already is asking a relevant question. Say let's start with this thing, a producer comes to shoot in Jammu and Kashmir. So he would be having this kind of constraint that I should be having a hassle-free shoot and there should be no bottlenecks. So primarily he comes to us, he moves an application, and to tell you all, the whole process of film permission has come under Public Services Guarantee Act. That's the act in Jammu and Kashmir, by which we have to give permission to the producer within a stipulated amount of days.
How many days?
30 days maximum. And most of the big ticket movies or the documentaries which have been shot there, they have been given permission within 2 weeks, sir.
Within 2 weeks.
That's a comprehensive permission, as Puri sir has already informed you guys about it. That permission encompasses everything.
That's fair enough because the ticket prices is also
Yeah,
cheap.
that encompasses everything. We have a security clearance, drone permission. There's a senior level police officer of the rank of DSP or inspector who is accompanying the team. And we have a senior level of KS officer of the rank of Tahsildar and above, SDM, even at sometimes it's an ADC of the district. So he is with the crew. And even our whole Department of Information and Public Relations, which is the main implementing and nodal agency for this, they are in touch with the producer 24/7.
Fantastic.
So touchwood, we have till date given some round about 300 permissions, sir. And it has happened hassle-free.
These 300 permissions have come in after the single window has opened up.
Yes, sir. These 300 permissions have been given through the single window mechanism.
It's almost
Just one thing to add, Sanjay. Normally, our experience with single window is that when you enter a single window, there are multiple windows. But this
But this is a genuine
normally
single
there
window.
are multiple windows inside the single window, but this single window is actually really practically a single window.
Wonderful, wonderful.
So, sir, I was coming to it. So we had some big ticket projects, sir. We had Leo was shot there, and then we had Kamal Hassan Productions was there. Then we had this Sam Bahadur, Discovery. Even sir, you were there as well, doing Avrod.
Avrod, Razi.
Razi, so you are well acquainted with the kind of the support system which government has created for big ticket. Not only big ticket, the Public Services Guarantee Act ensures that anybody who comes to shoot there is given permission, provided it doesn't have anything to with political or something like that, which we can really understand. So anybody, it has been a game changer, sir.
Yes, and it's my personal experience for filmmakers without even a policy in place. I've shot there and during kind of militancy days in early 2000s also. We shot Sikandar.
Sir.
I produced a film that got a national award, I Am, which was shot in Kashmir. There was no single window that time, but even then, the department, the DC office and the police department were extremely helpful. They did say that try avoiding some areas, not because you are under threat, but somebody can maybe try to create some mischief or something like that. But there was just no issue.
And sir, I would like to add one more point to this. The local population has been tremendous. Their cooperation, their support, they are supporting everything. Nothing untoward, not a single untoward incident has happened. 300 permissions is a big thing, sir.
Yes.
And Sanjay, just to add to this, last year I think Imran Hashmi was at Pahalgam for a
sir.
shoot.
Ground zero, sir.
And then there was a media report, a fake news, that people threw stones on him. And he was quick to respond within less than an hour. And he said, this is all rubbish and nothing of that sort has happened. In fact, as you saw in the AV also, that the Bollywood romance with JNK started in 1960. And for the decades, then 60s, 70s, 80s, till 90, JNK was one of the preferred destination for anybody having an eye for cinema. And in fact, it's this long exposure that we have a public, which is film export. We have a film exposed audience actually. So these things, the people are very mature, and these things actually don't happen there.
So now, of course, you have a policy in place. You have the most beautiful locations. There's some logistical issues, which one faces. It's a big production. You're coming for a long time, shoot. You have to ferry everything from Chennai or Delhi or Mumbai or, Hyderabad. But suppose I just have a 4-day shoot. But my cost of ferrying equipment, lights, everything is huge. Sure. Because in this brochure, there is, infrastructure, studio setup, and what is the status of that and what's the progress? and have people shown interest in setting up studios there, just for some basics, you know. Even if the camera can come from, you know, latest camera can come from a big city, film producing city, what about the lights? What about skilled people? What about talent? Behind the camera talent?
Sir, to answer that question, in our policy, we have already proposed setting up a film cities, Jammu and Kashmir, Srinagar, in both cities. We are proposing to set up film cities. Uh, for that purpose, a budgetary allotment of 100 crores has already been approved. But since we all know that since our policy is in the nascent stages, we are just recovering from the turmoil period. And post 2019, I must say that much headway has been made in promoting film tourism in Jammu and Kashmir. So, in coming times, uh, I hope and I must say that we are going to establish film cities so that the crew coming from outside the UT doesn't have any problem in bringing their apparatus and shooting in Jammu and Kashmir.
But trained manpower we have already. Afaq might.
Sir, I would like to answer that as Puri sir has rightly put it. We are in the process of establishing film city. So around we have some land too was identified. Then we had some line
some good
producers
line
coming from
producers.
Mumbai. The whole thing will be done in, sir, PPP, private-public partnership, so that the ample opportunities are provided to the filmmakers or producers, likewise Ramoji Film City, and we will not be going to that scale, but we will be providing ample space for the producers to come there and shoot. And even uh, Jammu Kashmir has enough of talent. In case some producer comes to shoot there or filmmaker comes to, he needs secondary cast, so they are there. And talking about infrastructure, sir, some of the line producers or some of the persons associated with the trade, they are also coming up with the idea of providing equipment to the prospective filmmakers at a very nominal price. They are not charging that much, so that the whole ecosystem of the filming gets a flip in our Jammu and Kashmir. And as Puri sir has rightly pointed out, the concept of having a full-fledged film city is also being explored by the government, sir.
And Sanjay, as we have already accorded the status of industry, so any investment made in the film-related infrastructure, it is eligible for incentives under the J&K industrial policy. Our industrial policy also came in 2021, and all the incentives which are available for any other industry, any manufacturing unit, the film-related investments are also covered under that industrial policy.
And sir, sorry, and sir, there is one more thing which the policy has to offer, that is opening of cinema halls
Yes.
and revival of old closed cinema halls. We had Inox has opened in Srinagar.
Yes.
Inox, and even there are so many cinema halls coming up in far off districts like Shubaya, which is some 50 kilometers or 55 kilometers from Srinagar city. Even in Kupwara, a border district like Kupwara, which is 100 kilometers from the main Srinagar city, there are some halls have come up there as well. So the kind of ecosystem is coming up, and that is coming up in a hassle-free manner and at a rapid pace.
Here I would like to suggest if maybe a film school can be set up,
Sir,
because a child doesn't have to leave home and go to far-flung places, because local skill development will really help the youth over there.
that is there also in the policy.
Yes, yes.
Policy is very comprehensive and dynamic as well. In case we feel that that there is some lacuna, as Puri sir would like to inform this audience. So we are in the process of addressing those